Hello, I want to welcome everyone to another wonderful episode of Succeed Success Group. It is an honor and pleasure to be here with you guys today. Can't say enough about you guys. And as always, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being a part of the group and being on the team. We're going to get into an amazing topic today, a really interesting topic. And I would definitely say that we'll probably have another video and more videos based around this topic because it's just such an interesting topic. And I ultimately want you all to be extremely successful. I want you to have wonderful, beautiful lives and really live out your aspirations and your dreams. And this video is going to help you get there. Before we start, guys, I want to tell you to like the video, share, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, we really love new people to join, and we welcome you to the wonderful group. And also, guys, turn on that bell so you can be alerted to all the new content that we drop on this wonderful platform. I also want to give a shout out to Mad Happy. For those who haven't heard of Mad Happy is a fashion and lifestyle brand that focuses on creating conversation around mental health. So the jacket that I'm wearing here is Mad Happy. They are not a sponsor. I'm not getting paid to give them a shout out, but I would like to work out a deal with Mad Happy at some point. So, if you haven't heard of Mad Happy, definitely check them out. But on this channel, we definitely promote mental health, and we want you to be, just strong mentally as well as physically. So definitely big shout out to Mad Happy. Let's get into the video, guys. Again, a wonderful topic. You can see based on the title of the video that we are talking about college majors and choosing the correct and the right college major for you. And it's just such an interesting topic and one that I think many people talk about. And so, again, we're going to get into other videos around this topic. And a video that I'm going to put out that I want you guys to check out is college necessary? Is college worth it? Is college for you? And so, I've given my opinion on that topic. We'll get into it in later videos, but, I think college is a beautiful and wonderful opportunity for you to gain knowledge and for you to gain success based on your career path and what you want to choose for your career. So, I'm going to give you some points and some pointers based around choosing the right college major. And I want to start out by saying that I feel that you should choose a college major that is going to set you up to be financially free. I think you should choose a college major that is going to allow you to make the type of money where you can live the lifestyle that you would like to live. A lot of people don't really always mention money in relation to a major, but I'm going to start out by saying, to me, that's the most important aspect of choosing a major, is how much money is the career that you get by, having this major going to get you. And I think you really need to research that. I think you really need to look at that so you can choose the right college major. So choose the right college major for financial freedom in your future. You should be choosing career paths that you feel will get you to the most amount of money that you can get. And I know that's not always what people say. Some people will say, choose the right college major for your passions, your goals, things that you enjoy doing. And I would say that as well. That's actually my second point, is that you should choose a college major based on your interests, your likes, things that interest you at an early age are typically what some people get into and choose for their college major. So, if you're really into architecture, you might want to get a college major that will support, you being an architect. If you're really into animals, maybe you want to be a veterinarian and you want to choose that college major that will lead you in that path to be a veterinarian or to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a teacher, whatever you want to do in terms of your career path, and you have those likes and those shared interests and qualities, then you should choose that major as well. But I'm going to also reiterate the point of money and financial freedom and choosing the right college major based on your interests that can get you the most amount of money. Because what you'll find is, as you start getting into different careers, there are different people that have similar careers, but some are like super high financially, and then some are not super high financially. So, it would be my goal for you to choose a major that you're interested in, and hobbies that you might have, or interests that you have, but then tie that into finance. And how can you bring the two together, right? You want to bring those two and mesh those two things together in terms of your likes and finance. And I would highly recommend that you start researching college early, and researching your college major early. So you want to start thinking about these things. I would suggest, excuse me, as early as middle school, and definitely once you get to high school. And, I know a lot of young people are listening to music. They're researching different things online, on YouTube and things of that nature, that aren't related to them, getting ahead, or aren't related to them living a wonderful lifestyle. So you want to, research those things now so that you have an idea and a gist of what you want to major in. Next, is changing majors okay? So when you get to the collegiate level, you might have one major, maybe let's say business, and then you switch your major at some point and you decide that you would like to get into another major. And I want to tell you that that is okay. You can change majors in college. So I don't want you to think that you're stuck in one major. If you decide to switch majors, that's perfectly okay. I actually changed my major when I was in college, from business to family consumer sciences. And I think for me, at the time, I think that was a good idea. I think family consumer sciences is a great fit. It's probably a major that not a lot of people have heard of, but it is an excellent major. I was a collegiate athlete as well, so if you are a collegiate athlete, or you're thinking about becoming a collegiate athlete, you also want to think about your schedule, practice, games, traveling, and making sure that you're able to complete the classes and the coursework so that you can actually graduate and get a degree, in your major. So, that's important as well. But I definitely want to tell you that changing your majors is normal. It's something that a lot of people have done and do. So don't be deterred by one major and think that you have to stay with that major for your entire collegiate experience. You don't. So changing majors is just fine. Better to go into college knowing what you want to major in, as opposed to just having no clue and no idea what you want to major in. And the reason I say this is because if you know what you want to major in from like day one, then your college career counselor can put you on a path to complete the coursework necessary for that major earlier. And it's something that, not all freshmen have an idea of what they want to major in, and then some do. So I would suggest, highly suggest, that you have an idea of what you want to major in, the first day of college. And, like I just mentioned, that could change, but at least have an idea, so that when you speak to your college counselor and the person who's setting up your coursework, that they can put you on a plan to get you, going fast and complete that coursework so that you can get your degree, fairly fast. Don't worry about what others think in terms of your college major. Don't worry about, others around you saying, oh, that's not a good major, or, are you sure you want to major in that, and things of that nature. Believe in your heart and believe in your mind that what you've chosen for your life and your career path is the right path. So that's very important, having confidence in your major, and understanding that you chose this major because you think that it's the best fit for yourself in your future, for your career path. So don't worry about, people doubting your major, or saying, well, you shouldn't major in that, and are you sure, and things of that nature. Obviously back those doubters up with, concrete evidence and examples of why you feel like this is the best major for you. And I would also highly suggest and recommend that you talk to professionals who are doing what you want to do, right? So pick their brain, ask them questions. This is also a great time to gain mentorship and different mentors who are doing exactly what you want to do. This is really, really something I would highly suggest. It's probably one of the most important things and tools that I've given you on the list is reach out to companies, reach out to business leaders, reach out to people that are doing exactly what you want to do. So if you want to be a teacher, talk to 10 teachers and find out what they go through, their trials and tribulations, and see if that's something that you want to do. If you want to be a truck driver, talk to truck drivers and find out what they did in order to get to where they're at. And that leads me to another point. Every career choice doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a college degree. So you want to make sure that you're going to college, and this is the biggest factor to me in terms of whether or not college is for you, is does your career path or plan need a college degree? And that sounds pretty self-explanatory, but to me that's the deciding factor. And so when you're thinking about what you want to do, if you know that needs a college degree, then reach out to professionals that have already obtained that college degree and ask them, a million different questions about what they think about their career path. How are they doing financially? How much do they make? Just the ins and outs of that particular career. That'll be something that'll definitely be beneficial to you, and I would highly recommend you to do that. And lastly, guys, the last point I want to bring up before I get into some other points related around this topic is that you might major in something, and then when you graduate from college and become a professional, you might do something totally opposite of what you majored in. And I want to say that that's okay as well. I research a lot of different individuals that are extremely successful, and some have totally gotten into other career paths and other career fields that are 100% unrelated to their college major. That's okay to do. I wouldn't necessarily say that I recommend that, but it happens. And to me, as long as you're making a decent amount of money and you have money coming in and you're very successful, then that's perfectly fine. Obviously, if it's the opposite and you're not making good money and you're not living out the lifestyle that you want to live, then you have to think about that decision in terms of not sticking with a career plan towards what you majored in. But I just want to let you know that ultimately, I want you to be successful. I want you to have a beautiful life. I want you to live out your dreams. So that's the number one thing in terms of choosing a college major is just living out your dream, or not even going to college, being financially free and living out your dream. So I hope you enjoyed those points, and I want to get into a few other things related to choosing your college major. And I'm going to first give you a definition of a major and then a minor, right? So you have both of those things when you get to college. You have what you major in, and then you have a minor. So you might major in business and then you minor in philosophy. I'm sure you've heard of that. And so a major is a specific subject area college students specialize in. Typically between 1/3 and 1/2 of courses that you'll take in college will be in your major or in a related subject or field to your major. Some colleges even let you design your own major, which is sounds like a pretty fun experience. So a minor is a secondary field that you can study in while completing your major degree program. It's a specialization that requires fewer courses than a major, and minors are only required for certain degrees. So that's just basically giving you a little gist of the difference between a major and a minor. Now, when do you declare a major? Like I said, you can go into college, knowing what your major is from day one, but they also have a time frame when you're in college where you have to declare your major. Basically, the college wants you to decide what your major is. And so generally at most 4-year colleges or universities, you don't have to decide a major until the end of your sophomore year. This gives you time to try a couple of classes and different courses to see what you like before you decide your specific major. And this is what I did when I went to college. I took a few general courses just to get myself acclimated to college. But the great thing about those general courses that you take is that they will apply to the coursework that you need to graduate and get your degree. So it's not as if you're wasting your time. It's actually a good thing that I would suggest you do if you don't have any clue of what your major is. Take the general coursework that colleges require, and then as you're taking that general coursework, start thinking about what you want to major in. And there are about, I believe, 5 steps that I'm going to give you in terms of picking a major. So first, let's look at what do you like? What do you like to do? What do you see yourself doing long term? What is your plan in terms of your career goal? We all have different likes. We all have different interests. So typically you want to choose a major in an area that you like, right? If you're going to classes and you really don't enjoy the classes and the coursework, then you might not complete the degree in the major. So, if you're wanting to major in, let's say, biology, but you're not really into the areas of biology that are covered in the classes and you don't see yourself having maybe a biology career path, then you might not want to major in biology. So try to choose something that you really like and enjoy. And then secondly, in terms of choosing a major, I want you to think about your career goals. I know I've mentioned it before, but you have to think about what you are going to do. What are you going to do in terms of a career? And you want to choose a major based around those career goals. Some different degrees associated with degrees are an associate degree. You have a bachelor's degree. You have a joint degree. And then you have a graduate degree. And the graduate degree is the degree that you typically take. Graduate degrees are advanced degrees pursued after earning a bachelor's degree. So that's a degree, typically like a master's or a PhD or things of that nature. And I would also encourage you to get your master's. Something that I highly recommend for college students is to, as soon as you get your bachelor's degree, do not leave that institution in that university and immediately get your master's. A lot of colleges have advanced master's programs where you can immediately start taking the coursework for your master's degree. Now, I also want to say that your master's degree can be related to your bachelor's degree, or it could be, somewhat unrelated. Typically, it's related to your bachelor's degree. For example, if you have a bachelor's degree in education, you might get a master's degree in educational leadership, which will give you more opportunities to make more money and to kind of be higher in the chain of whatever your career path is. So, being a CEO or being a really high business leader and obtaining, just high levels of success within your career, you might need to get a master's for that. So, that's something that I would recommend you to look into and to kind of check out. But also, guys, check out the different degrees that I mentioned. Associate degree, which is a 2-year degree of arts or a degree of science, associate of science. And some students who earn this degree transfer to a 4-year bachelor's program. So an associate degree is not a bachelor's degree. So just take a look at those different degrees and see, what route that you want to take. But typically, when you graduate from college with your major, you have a bachelor's degree. That's pretty much typically what you're going to have. Also, next, I mentioned this before, but talk to advisors, talk to professionals. Talk to professors about, what they chose to major in, why they chose that major, and really pick their brain and get different information based around them on what you should choose for your college major, right? You don't want to just ask someone who has no clue about the career path that you're choosing. You want to talk to people that are in the career that you want to get into. You want to talk to professionals and just ask them, what they majored in and how they got to be where they're at now. Like I said, that's probably one of the most valuable points and tips within this video. So definitely start reaching out to professionals, and I would really highly recommend that you reach out to professionals early as freshman year of high school, sophomore year, junior year, definitely senior year. And this could also be a wonderful time for you to possibly do an internship while you're young with this business professional, and just learn the ins and outs of the career path that you're thinking about getting into. And lastly, guys, I would like you to have backups, right? So have backup majors, have things that you really want to major in, and then have some things that you possibly would like to major in if that major doesn't work or you think about changing your major. So you always want to have, different backups, maybe even different career backups. You have your number one career path, and then have 2 or 3 other career paths that you would like to possibly get into. This will give you a better opportunity to just be successful, right? You just want to have more opportunities to be successful. And by having backup majors and having backup career paths, this gives you a better opportunity to be successful. We already talked about changing your college major. You can definitely do this at any point that you choose your college major. You just have to talk to your college career advisor. They will be the one who will give you more information and basically give you a plan on the proper way to, change your college major. But that's definitely something that you can do. And I just want to thank you guys for being here. This is a wonderful, wonderful topic that's going to lead to your ultimate success. It's going to lead to your dreams and your dreams coming true. And on this channel, we're all about your dreams coming true. We're all about you achieving your dreams, reaching your goals, and reaching the ultimate and the top levels of success. And you're headed there. You're there now. You might not know that you're there now, but I'm here to tell you that you are successful now. You're going to continue your success. You're going to continue to walk in your greatness, and you're going to continue to be amazing. Now, if you have questions about the college major that you should choose, or you want to talk to me about what college major you should choose, I definitely highly recommend you to reach out to me. You can always DM me. You can always reach out to me through Instagram. I'm going to start sharing my Instagram more so that more people can reach out and really just, ask me different questions, because I have a wide variety of information, and I'm ready to share the information with you so that you can really, really, really be successful. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is all about you being successful. Start thinking about your career now. Start researching universities now. I'm going to get into a whole nother video about researching universities. I know that a lot of young people research music and, just what's going on in the world that can be negative and maybe not lead to you being, beneficial in terms of your future. So stop that, start researching colleges, universities, programs, majors. Think about the college that you want to go to. What area would you like to go into? But I'm not going to give you too much on that, guys, because that's going to be a whole nother video that we're going to get into in terms of just researching colleges. It's such a fun experience. It's such a fun experience, as well as researching majors. It's actually very, very fun. So start thinking about the major that you want to get into now. Start talking to as many people that you can about your major now. You're going to be so successful. If you choose to go to college, which I highly recommend based on your career path, then choosing the right major is something you definitely want to do. And remember what I said, the number one point and the first point that I made is choose your college major based on finance, so that when you are starting your career, you're not like, well, man, I should have chose that college major because it brings in a lot more money, or, I should have chose that job or whatever because it brings in a lot more money. Start thinking about your major now because you're headed towards success. You're going to be so successful. I thank you and appreciate you for being here. I can't wait to see you guys again on the next video. Once again, this is another episode of Succeed Success Group. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on that bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Keep going, guys. You're headed towards greatness. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you.